Good. All right, touch your chest, lean back. Good. All right, I want you to try to give me 20 of those. Out through your mouth. There you go, good. All right, we're out here today at the site of our first ever workout for Origin Story, and let me tell you, Duffy is a little bit different than the last time we came here. With the first time we were here, when I told him to do stuff, he was really confused that I would ever ask him to do any amount of what I asked him to do. But it'll be a little different today because he's going to crush that first metcon that we did on the first day. Duffy's come a long way in the 19 weeks prior to this, and so we're gonna up the intensity a little bit. Instead of 20, 15, 10 reps on all of the exercises, we're gonna do 20 straight through. Yep. Let's do it.
Is anybody out there as shocked as I am to find out that it's been 19 weeks since we started this thing? Now look at my form here. Look at that on the left where I'm doing the rows. My shoulders and chest are just collapsing in on themselves under the weight of my enormous body. But it's not just the fact that I'm really heavy, but it's that I had no muscular strength to keep that posture. I'm still really heavy on the right, and yet I've got that posture down. I'm also going twice as fast. Even here on the push-ups, I'm just going so much faster. The posture is, again, great. Form is great. You can see there's a straight line from my shoulders to my legs, whereas on the other one, posture wasn't that great. Another important thing to take note of, though, is that now I'm keeping my feet much further away from the bar, whereas in the past, they were much closer, making it easier on me. The squat. If there's one exercise that Steven has taught me, and I have conquered more than any of the other ones, it has been the squat. My current PR on the squat rack is 1 rep of 200 pounds, and without those weights, I just crush my past self. Getting, once again, not just twice as many squats in, but actually one more than twice. Now the funny part is, when Steven told me to do these twists, I thought, okay, these are just stretches. I had completely forgotten that on day one, I had so much trouble with this. Look at past Duffy. Look at him just stalling there, trying to get out of doing this. You just, oh, gotta scratch my face or something like that. And on the right here, I'm just like, this is just a stretch, a warm-up, right? So, yeah, I crushed it again. And now, we have but one more exercise to cover, and it is the one that destroyed me the last time we were here.
Okay, step back a little further than that. It's okay. Do the best you can. You don't have to go all the way down. There you go. Up, pull. Good. Other side. The first time Duffy did these lunges, he wasn't even strong enough to do 5 of them with decent form. As a matter of fact, after that, in the second and third round, he had to do step-ups on a very small step instead of doing the lunges at all.
I was very, very pitiful with this. But today, it's all so different. No longer am I using the bar, and no longer am I only able to do 5 at once. I did a grand total of 60 backwards lunges today, and it hurt. This was not some triumphant victory here where I could do it all with ease. It was very hard, but I did them, and I completed them, and that is a huge victory.
So we are, Duffy has decided that he wants to try keto. So he's going to try a ketogenic diet.
Yep. I saw it online, saw what it could do. I was like, hey, that looks cool. Ah, the sun!
It's a little bit brighter than we expected right now, so give us just a second.
We'll be all right.
I've done keto before. Going from elementary school to middle school in the summer, I went from 180 pounds to 140 pounds doing bodybuilding and keto. So I definitely know that it can work. And I didn't do any cardio. I did zero cardio during that summer. So that tells you just how powerful keto is. I'm excited for him to try it. And so, I mean, it's kind of a, I didn't really know how receptive he would be to different forms of eating and whatnot. So we just tried to keep everything as simple as possible during these last, several weeks while we were building up fitness and building up his mental strength to be able to tackle all these things. And he's got his water on point now, he's got his cardio on point now, and now it's time to get his diet to the next level so that we can really just shred him up. Yeah, shred it, shredder.
So you want to explain what keto is, or
Yeah, so ketogenic diet is a high-fat, low-carb diet, and the idea here is to train your body to primarily burn fat as fuel, which is more efficient, and also is a little bit better for mental clarity that a lot of people find. The only downside to keto is when you're in a ketogenic diet, it's harder for you to do super high intensity work because you don't have the glycogen reserves to do a lot of stuff like that. So it increases your general endurance, but it does lower your power output a little bit. But that's a good exchange. I'm willing to make that exchange for the time being in order to get some weight loss on Duffy's part. We're going to try to do keto as healthily as possible, so I don't really, hopefully, we're not just going to pour bacon grease into his mouth. Although he did ask for that. Hey. Okay, he didn't ask.
I did not ask for that.
Okay, but he won't eat an avocado. He won't eat an avocado at all. So there's some struggle here in this keto stuff because he can't have nuts because he's allergic. He can't have shellfish or fish because he's allergic, and he won't eat avocados. So we're running low on some fat sources here. Oh, he also
won't drink coconut milk.
He also won't drink coconut milk. So we've got a little bit of a problem with certain sources of fat, but it's okay. We'll figure it out.
Look, I figured when I was reading about this, look, all it means I need to do is eat like all the bacon, spinach, which I love spinach when it's cooked, and cheese. I could live off of that.
Everything will work out.
It'll work out. And then this guy's like, well, what about coconut milk? And what about avocados? And I'm just like, yeah, no.
Back on day 2, we had our first day of combat training, which was tasking Duffy with the very important skill of learning how to punch people in the face. And this week, we decided to revisit some combat training with something a little different.
So, we are picking up combat training again, and this time with a weapon. Steven introduced me to the bow staff with something that was definitely a bit of a novelty. It's a collapsible bow staff, making it kind of a power pole. Anyway, he showed me some moves, and I did my best to imitate them. I have a long way to go, and I'm afraid that some of my fat on my arms is getting in the way. But with practice and with some more weight loss, we'll definitely do this.
It's a work in progress.
I tell you guys, I did not realize how much I rely on carbs and sugar because since starting the keto diet, I have been just out of it, and tired, and sore, and exhausted. I just can't. Oh my word. Luckily, thankfully, this should be over by Monday. This is just called keto flu. And you go through this when your body suddenly finds that it has a lack of its primary energy source, and then it should start burning fat instead of carbs for energy, and then I should be fine. But because as a result of this, though, we're not going to really be able to do a very good comparison for day 3, because on day 3, I did, you know, the total gym stuff. I was doing rows and other such pulling things. But I'm so out of it. I can't even go to the gym. I'm just too tired. So that is sort of a comparison in and of itself. You know, at the beginning of this video, you saw some amazing progress. It was like, wow, Duffy's come such a long way. But if anything, this just shows that I still have a very long way to go. But I am not discouraged. And don't you be discouraged either, because this is great, all right? The only reason that I'm tired right now is because I have made yet another very important change that is going to help push me forward to being, you know, a great new Duffy. It's going to be fantastic. And as tired as I am so energized. And I can't wait to crush this kind of thing again 20 weeks from now, all right? We're going to do another one of these comparisons in about another 19, 20 weeks, and I will once again crush my previous records, and we're going to just see how far 40 weeks can go for someone of my body type. Steven and I were talking about it, and looking back on my workouts when we started, he says my power level was probably at about 2, which means that I am weaker than an overweight farmer with nothing left to live for. The good news is, though, that I have effectively tripled my power level and am now at 6, so a little bit higher than the farmer with nothing left to live for. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then link. Guys, that's really all I have to say. Look at that fat right there, okay? You know what? This used to be shame for me. Now I'm excited because it's going to be gone. I'm just going to tear it off and melt off me. Just, I am very excited, and I hope you guys are too. So, guys, that's all I've got to say right now. So please go ahead, track down that subscribe button below the video, punch it in the face, ring its bell, literally, and also leave a comment down below because I love reading them and they're very encouraging. So talk to me down below, let's have a conversation. Don't forget about Patreon because we're building a community there. We want to have a nice big community where we can all help each other grow and get stronger and be better and just be awesome, you know? And that's really it. That's really all I've got to say. So I guess I will see you guys in the next episode. Until then, good luck and train hard.